Welcome to the SSGTV South Sudan Global.
Dear South Sudanese, unite and leave war behind you. No one can teach South Sudanese about the horrors of war. They know them too well. Firstly, I am deeply saddened by what is happening in Nasir, in the Upper Nile area of South Sudan. It does not align with the long struggles and great sacrifices made by the people of South Sudan for self-determination and their future. I understand that the path of the South Sudanese has not been easy, that the civil war has left deep wounds, and that there are immense challenges due to economic and social conditions. These challenges complicate the process of nation building, and the mistakes of the elites further add to the difficulty of this path. However, what matters to me here is that I trust in and call for the deep wisdom that the people of South Sudan and its tribes possess to rise above wounds and past grievances. Every concession made to prevent war and avoid dragging South Sudan back into conflict is a concession worth making because it is undoubtedly 1,000 times better than war. Secondly, I wanted to write this message earlier, but my attention over the past few days was occupied with what happened to me at Jomo Kenyatta Airport in Nairobi, Kenya. Nevertheless, the South has never left my mind or heart. Even in my conversation with the Kenyan Interpol officers, I recall the liberation days of South Sudan. I first visited Kenya in 1988 when I was a vibrant youth full of energy and ambition. It was a year of relentless autumn rains. At that time, we were in eastern Equatoria with our visionary leader, Dr. John Garang de Mabior, near the town of Kapweta. He asked us to go on a mission to the Kenyan border, and the rain did not stop, day or night. It took us about 2 days to reach the border and the town of Lokichogio. I was there with our dear comrades, the late Bior Aswad, Lokshu Lokni, and our esteemed leaders, Kuol Manyang, Oyai Deng Ajak, and Ger Chong, among others. With the exception of Comrade Kuol, we traveled on a private plane sent by Kenya's then-President Daniel Arap Moi to Dr. Garang. It landed in Nakuru Airport, where we spent 2 nights in the presidential palace before returning to eastern Equatoria with Dr. John Garang de Mabior. As I told the Interpol officers, my relationship with Kenya goes all the way back to 1988. Thirdly, I was truly pleased by President Salva Kiir's firm call for peace and rejection of war, as well as by the response of Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. The greatest service that can be offered to the people of South Sudan and Sudan is to prevent war, and not allow those inside or outside South Sudan to ignite conflict. I was deeply saddened by the loss of lives, and I extend my condolences to the victims. I especially send my regards to the family of Major General Majur Dak, whom I knew personally during the years of the Liberation War. May mercy be upon all who lost their lives in these recent events. Let peace be the gift to their souls as they return to their Creator. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace. Fourthly, the catastrophic and painful war in Sudan has claimed countless lives, torn the social fabric apart, led to the collapse of the state, and drained the blood of its youth. It has also witnessed widespread violations against women, children, and the elderly. Because the South Sudanese are our people, our closest kin on this earth, we do not want them to suffer the same fate. In the end, we are all Sudanese. The war in Sudan should serve as a lesson to prevent South Sudan from falling into the same dark tunnel. We need South Sudan, especially in light of Sudan's current tragedy. If both countries descend into civil wars, the entire region will suffer immense consequences. No one can teach South Sudanese about the horrors of war. They know them too well. So, my brothers and sisters in South Sudan, for the love of God, avoid war and leave it behind. You have my deepest and sincerest love, love that never fades or extinguishes. You are always in my heart and thoughts. Long live Sudanism as one that embraces us all, and glory to the bonds of love between the Sudanese people in both Sudans. By Yasir Arman, former SPLM bigwig, former SPLM flag bearer in the Sudan general election for the then Southern Sudan, now South Sudan, March 10, 2025. Please subscribe to the SSGTV South Sudan Global.